Welcome to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 26. In the last episode we dealt with 3 members of the Form family. So now that we've dealt with a few family members of Kitheric, it's time to just do some exploration. Probably head back towards Last Light after a bit of exploration. So let's head into this morgue.
Look at this place. Such horrors defy description.
Silence can be best. Give it a try sometime.
Shadowheart's being pretty rude, you know?
What's that?
Telling everyone to shut up. We're actually going to take these backpacks and burlap sacks with us. This is just a morgue from the House of Healing. You know, like any good doctor place, you'd have a morgue. The skeleton's like crying. We're doing the not like this. Making a YouTube thumbnail.
Never a dull moment.
See what we got in here. There's some zombies, and they seem to be on vents. See if we can make this one a dead zombie. Difficult to do because they have undead fortitude, which makes them just get 1 HP when they get reduced to 0. The way I usually do this fight is just
Jimmy on the go.
close the door, but I guess we can take out this guy. Get Shadowheart to stand here with Spirit Guardians. And that's the fight for me. They will get all the zombies to come towards us. You know, they don't throw anything at us or anything like that. I don't even know if they do, but just in case. Close the door and let them come over to take themselves out. But this room is filling up with poison gas, which is the reason I pick up the bags. The last episode was super lucky. I guess that... I was saying, the last episode was super lucky and then we got a crit. We had a lot of critical success rolls in the last episode, so I'd expect a few misses and stuff in this one because it's got to balance out, right? I don't have karmic dice on or anything, so there is no actual balancing out, but the universe might balance it out. All the same. Nice.
Blood comes easy these days.
Although it seems pretty nice right now. I do think Risky Ring is potentially too overpowered. Because you have advantage on every attack. Which, you know, is quite strong.
On the double.
But I'm going to use it all the same. Now, Shadowheart might get poisoned by running in here, but worth it for the kill. My very first playthrough, I never actually traded with Araj, so I never used the Risky Ring in the first playthrough. I didn't even know it was a thing. See, the backpacks explode, but the sacks, the burlap sacks, they're fine.
Something good here, I hope.
Apart from the fact that Scratch is with us. Completely forgot that Scratch was probably going to do that. Get rid of him. We should have remembered, you know, he tried to pick up the frickin' nuclear bomb that we threw on that pile of rubble that one time. He's a bit of a menace when it comes to that sort of stuff. I like Scratch, but he's definitely out to get us killed at times. Continue ahead. Disarming as we go. Once I have this room disarmed, we'll explore some more.
The leftmost door has been wiped clean.
Okay, I think we've disarmed all we really need to disarm. There's still some more up here, but I don't think there's a reason to go up there, so we'll forget about it. Head in here, see what's in here. Dead Harper. Can I speak with dead him? Corpse 2 damaged. Yeah, I can see that now. It doesn't look that bad, you know, when you're just having a look, but when you really inspect, there's a pretty sad tale too. A long, sad tale. Now here's the lab.
What's that?
Looking a bit grim. A lot of inspiration down here, which is great. We did run out of it last episode. This place is pretty grim. I mean, there's a morgue, so it makes sense. Now, the first time I ever tried to open this door, I went for the lockpick angle. There's a lever right here. I felt a bit stupid when I saw that lever after actually succeeding the 30 check. I was like, wow, I finally critical successed, and it's a lever. Now, isn't this an interesting place? Also a chest over there.
Don't be shy.
Get Karlak to jump over and grab it. Now, Karlak and Shadowheart might be able to make their way around this path. Because we are going to want to go down there.
Thanks.
So Karlak can make
Let's go.
her own way.
No time to rest.
Gale, do not.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Gale.
Come on, let's go.
I really didn't want that to happen, but we're now in the fight. Because we are fighting in acid, basically. So there's an acid debuff, reduce armor by 2. Because even though I know about the fight, you still get surprise attacked. Just the game mechanic. Ow. Now let's start taking them out. The only thing that's actually immune to acid damage that we've fought so far. Bit of a messy fight though. I think we Misty Step Gale up. Send the fireball. Some radiating orb on them. Break him, Karlak. These guys don't have huge dexterity. So we'll just get Shadowheart to like rain radiant orbs from above. Kill the hallowed armor. Now there is a shadow that came out of the armor. 21 damage with the offhand. The damage Franka is doing is getting insane.
My turn.
Whoa, he's rolling up there. That's crazy. I can melee too, just as hard as I can range. Yeah, we choose not to most of the time, but we can. It's a cool little pit of the spear. Fisherman's hut. Some rotten fish. Looks like the fisherman may not have been home for a while. Doesn't it feel a bit too quiet around here? Note on the floor.
Gone fishing. Catch you later, Ellis.
We love puns. I was kind of expecting a surprise attack, but as you can see, there are a lot of fish people. A lot of murlocs. I'm surprised it wasn't... Well, I'm surprised it didn't surprise attack us, honestly. In the Raging Bull Karlak into battle. Great Weapon Master doing like 30 damage swings.
Cost.
crazy. These guys are also drenched, so they're pretty weak to lightning damage right now.
One day, I'll catch a break.
Which is definitely something that we will be utilizing. And because we have so many attacks, we can do it again. I love this build. I think it might be a little bit overpowered, which is probably why a lot of people use Gloomstalker in like honor mode and stuff. I didn't use Gloomstalker in honor mode, but I am loving the build. Maybe we do a fireball, get some radiating orb on them. Isn't able to reach anyone just yet. She can charge over there though, but I think it might be worth putting up Spirit Guardians. When in doubt, Spirit Guardians. Guy just died to the 1 damage. Very good. Nice. I'll go help Gale out.
Carry me.
I've got a lot of lightning arrows, you know, we might as well use them. I didn't expect the offhand damage to be so high. Get Spirit Guardians all over these guys. And kill another one. Why not? This team has a lot of damage now. I mean, this is about the point in the game where when you start feeling a bit strong. There's still fights that will make us not feel that strong, but for the regular mobs that you're fighting, generally pretty chill now. Cool little encounter though.
What's inside?
I never stumbled onto it in my first playthrough because I didn't jump down into the pit of acid. I thought about it, but I completely forgot. Because I went there once and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, and then I didn't go back there again. Because I was like doing something else. Got a starfish, a horn shell, and a silver chalice. He doesn't have too much, but you know, a fisherman's life is humble. Head up here. And this brings us to the mausoleum. And as you can see, Raphael is over there just chilling. We will go speak to him. But I want to go get Astarion. We still haven't leveled Astarion up from level 4. He's just gonna be level 4. We will level him up, because we'll use him a little bit in Act 3, but
Still alive, so that's progress.
until then, we don't really need to. Go talk to Raphael.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark she went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which she herself fed.
Ooh, spooky.
And how long have you been standing around practicing that little recital?
Until it was perfect. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
And what dangers are those?
Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role.
Okay. Paint me a picture.
There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
Can you paint me a clearer picture?
Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
But you're still only telling me half of what you really know.
This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps?
What are we talking here? Lemur? Pit fiend? Orthon?
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot.
Are you afraid of this creature, Raphael?
Listen here, Pipsqueak. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede.
Wait. Before you go, I have a proposal of my own.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business, devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
It's something of great importance to your master. But is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I can give you all the gory details, and I will, once the beast that lurks below is vanquished and sent back to the hells.
What do you think, Astarion?
What's not to like? We kill some horrible beastie, and I get what I want in return. Everyone's happy. Except the beastie.
Then we have an understanding. I look forward to our next meeting. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite.
Are you really going to trust that devil to keep his word if we kill this Orthon?
I'd trust a devil over a vampire any day. I think he likes us.
Oh, he does like us. I like him too, but I'd never say it to his smarmy face.
Perhaps if we kill this Orthon extra bloody, he'll invite us for tea and brandy back in his house.
Some graves here.
Makeshift Zelunite graves. They must have fallen in the fight against the Sharans all that time ago.
They must have a stronghold nearby or a temple.
Perhaps Frodo's doors, Shadowheart. I like the screaming that happens around here. It's pretty creepy. And we can see Last Light in. It definitely stands out. So yeah, we have to go into the mausoleum now for a lot of different things, but we are not going to be doing that just yet. Not for a few episodes yet. Okay, let's head out and talk to He Who Was and give him this ledger and see what he wants to do with that. I'm sure he's up to no good. He seems like a shady dude. The Raven is T-posing. He was T-posing to assert dominance.
Still alive? How disappointing.
You too, Raven.
The air stirs in trepidation. You have the ledger.
I do. Can you tell me why you want it first?
To punish a murderer. If that is not enough, leave. I have no time for those lacking commitment.
Let's see where this goes.
We have it. Her lies, her guilt. Madeline reported her friends to a dark justiciar.
He did.
And fled when they were butchered. Well, she flees no more. I will be the conduit for Madeline's spirit. I will force her to face trial. And you will be the judge. Make her beg. Make her suffer.
Let's see what she has to say first.
Careful, for a serpent in life is a serpent in death. Witness.
You. He said I was gonna be punished. That you'd be the judge. But I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I said it didn't mean nothing. That Ben and Mark were just drunk and whining. The Dark Justicia promised she was gonna chat with him. She promised!
And what did the Dark Justicia actually do?
She gave him a dagger each. And told him to press it against their stomachs on the count of 3. To start stabbing. And not stop till she said so. She never said stop. I'd do anything to take it back. Anything.
This is an interesting situation because on the one hand, she fucked up. Reported to the Dark Justicia and believed that they wouldn't do anything, right? How naive. So it's like, anything. Then hurt yourself as being enmarked. Stab yourself. The only way. As sadistic as it is.
Like this?
I have gone through with this before, but you know, we're testing other ways of doing things. Stop. You were willing to hurt yourself. That is enough for me.
I did it. I'm forgiven. Thank you.
Shadowheart disapproved, by the way.
You were supposed to make her suffer, not forgive her.
This guy's like an interesting character. It's just too bad there's nothing more of him after this quest. Like, even if he's happy, he disappears. And if he's not, well, we might find out what happens real soon. Do not speak to me like that.
You're right. Now is not the time for talk. You have crossed me. And for that, I end your pathetic life.
You're free to try. I'ma personally kill that raven for telling me that everyone hates me. Damn, Karlach. Like, he's definitely an interesting character. I feel like there might have been more content for him before they released the game, but they had to cut it. Fuck you, Raven. Dude, our damage is insane.
You have been judged and found wanting.
Beer? I don't think so. He who was. Also, he was being recalled and didn't listen, so you know, he deserved it. Alright, let's head back to Last Light and talk to Halsin.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
He keeps saying Daniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him.
I found the loot. It seems to have belonged to him.
Good. Its music might help restore him. Show it to him.
He's still trapped there. He needs help.
Calm. Breathe. You've been trapped in the Shadowfell for a century. Take a moment to clear your mind.
A century. You're Halsin. Thaniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Thaniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes.
Halsin can handle it.
Lavender. Whenever I saw Thaniel, I always smelled lavender.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
Thaniel will be so scared there alone. We looked after each other for such a long time. I hope he's all right.
So we woke that man up. Very good. Now we've got to meet Halsin by the shore of the lake, which I think I would have to do a long rest for first before we do that.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good.
I saw Kefric. He regenerated before my eyes.
Gruesome, isn't it? I'm glad you survived the encounter at least. Did you learn anything more?
Kefric is calling himself a chosen of the Absolute now.
Chosen? Oh, that's 3 masters Kefric has served. Our paladin isn't very picky. He's aligned himself with mind flayers. But I cannot see what he gains. Perhaps we can force it out of him once we have him up against a wall.
Perhaps.
The great general is paranoid. Good. That means he's protecting something. I'll wager it's the source of his invulnerability. He'd protect that at any cost.
Yes, yes, you saved me from shadow creatures. No need to gloat.
I already did. Just came to check on you, that's all.
I'm fine. It's Cal and Leah who need help.
I will find them. So we need to go meet Halsin down here. But before I do that, I do need to long rest so I'm actually ready for what is to come.
The way she leered at me. The blood merchant. I can't get it out of my head. It isn't like me. Not like me at all. I was being too precious, wasn't I? We could have used her potion. A moment of unpleasantry doesn't matter if there's a fine reward. I should have just gritted my teeth as always and let her have me for a bit.
Makes me sad to hear you talk about yourself like that.
Why? I'm simply trying to be realistic. There's nothing more desirable in the world than a vampire, is there? Having you been through all I have, you damn well are going to fight with what few assets the gods give you. But a part of me feels sick when I think about getting on my back for breadcrumbs again.
Well, you have so much more than your looks going for you.
I had nothing at all for so long. Not even my body. That was owned by Cazador. To be sent out to tempt fools into his palace. I have bedded thousands of people. Half of them I barely remember. Most of them didn't even grant me temporary bliss. It should have been so easy to let the drow use me for her fantasy, but perhaps, you showed me I have enough strength. I don't need to.
And I would never ask you to.
It isn't worth the scars anymore.
Been through some shit, you know? Honestly, all the companions have, like, scars, in a way. One of the beautiful things about this game, there's so much, like, development amongst the companions. Scratch has something for us. What have you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Well, it's a potion of animal speaking. I am already speaking to you, but maybe someone else can speak with you. We'll pet the animals.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
But I will pet you.
Ooh, more.
You're a bit greedy, I must say, but I mean, I've given Scratch a lot of pets. I think that's where I'll bring this episode to an end, actually, before we go speak to Halsin and start the next chain of events, because I think I can make a full episode out of his quest. Whereas this one, if I put it in this one, it would be cutting it a bit fine. This episode might be a bit of a shorter one, though, considering what I've done today, so thanks for joining me in this episode. Next time we will speak to Halsin and immediately start doing the stuff with him. We'll try to save Faniel and go wherever that quest goes and see what happens. We'll be hanging out on this side of the Shadow Curse Lands for the next few episodes, and then we'll head back to Moonrise and do everything we need to do there before we go into the mausoleum. A lot of good content coming. This is where the game starts becoming amazing. Honestly, for me. Like, Act 1 was already pretty amazing, but the middle part of Act 2 is generally where I feel it picking up a bit. Hope you have a great night or day, depending on where you're watching from. And I will see you in the next episode.